Argentum Nitricum, a polycrest remedy. Remember Argentum Nitricum for mind, head, eyes, respiratory system, stomach and abdomen, male complaints, female complaints and central nervous system. Ailments from acute or chronic diseases, especially mental exertion, that too unusual long continued mental exertion. Constitution of Argentum Nitricum: withered, dried up and old looking person. Old looking person means the person who looks older than his age, like hydrofluoric acid. Mind, great apprehension in Argentum Nitricum. While becoming ready for the church or opera, the diarrhea starts. Now, this is actually a very old terminology of Roman Empire of 17th, 18th century. But for today, think of a person who is getting mental exertion either in the office, the target oriented people who work on specific targets, or the bankers, the people who are working in IT sector, the students who are getting ready for exams, the students who are getting for VAIBHAV or oral examination, and the people who are getting ready for the interviews of their jobs is Argentum Nitricum. That is why Argentum Nitricum is the drug of this era of the 21st century. Even people who are getting ready to catch their bus or to catch their train or flight, the diarrhea starts. They rush to toilets. Is Argentum Nitricum. The time passes too slowly, like cannabis indica. Very impulsive and wants to do things in hurry. He talks hurriedly, he walks hurriedly. Very anxious, nervous and irritable. Now the generalities. There is progressive emaciation, especially in lower limbs. Argentum Nitricum is a mysterious drug which is like a pendulum in between pulsatilla and sulfur. There is longing for fresh air like pulsatilla, and there is longing or craving for sugar like sulfur. Splinter like sensation in throat as well as in the uterus. Patient is chilly when uncovered, but when wrapped up feels smothered. In head, congestive headache and sensation of expansion of head. The headache could be gastric in origin as well as headache in literary people and from dancing. Hemicrania means unilateral headache, and there is a sensation as it screwing in the temples. The headache ends in bilious vomiting. Headache aggravated from mental exertion and better by pressure or tight bandaging to head. Eye symptoms. There is acute granular conjunctivitis. It looks like raw beef. Ophthalmia neonatum with purulent discharges from the eye. Corneal ulcers and lids swollen in the morning. Here you just compare with Apis mellifica, Rustox and Merxol. Eye strain from defective accommodation. How you will rule out the defective accommodation of eyes? Just see or ask the patient whether the person turns his neck while looking at television or reading the newspaper. They just turn their neck to accommodate the words. Eyes pains by sewing in warm room and feels better by going out in fresh air. Respiratory system. There is chronic laryngitis of professional singers. Stomach and abdomen. Great craving for sugar, but eating sugar results in diarrhea. Belching accompanies most of the gastric complaints is Argentum Nitricum. Flatulent dyspepsia as well as belching after every meal as if stomach would burst. Diarrhea, green mucus as if chopped spinach. Turning green after remaining for long time on the diaper. After drinking and eating candy and sugar. Diarrhea as soon as he drinks. Male symptoms, urine passes involuntarily day and night. This is a great drug for impotency. Whenever he tries or attempts the coition, he fails, like agnus, caladium and selenium. But there is a very definite difference in this type of impotency. This agnus, caladium and selenium has got hormonal imbalance, especially the testosterone levels are poor, and in male FSH and LH we normally do not do follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone assay for males, but FSH and LH they are high in agnus castus, caladium and selenium. But this impotency in Argentum Nitricum is because of emotional and mental stress. The female reproductive system. Coition is very painful, which is called as dyspareunia. Bleeding from vagina after coition like nitric acid. Menorrhagia in young widows. Argentum Nitricum is specially indicated for sterility, which is written in Materia Medica, but try to understand the sterility is because of unovulatory cycles. That means ovulatory defect is one thing, and secondly in Argentum Nitricum because of its mental symptoms or say depression and anxiety, the endometrium do not support, which has to be around 10 mm during mid-cycle, which is not available during mid-cycle. That is why there is sterility. With nervous erethism at certain stages of life like lachesis. Central nervous system. Convulsions preceded by great restlessness. In musculoskeletal system, there are very few symptoms of Argentum Nitricum, like there is emaciation of lower limbs and involuntary movement of the legs, or trembling and unsteady gait because of anxiety and restlessness. Modalities. Aggravation from cold air, cold food, eating sugar and eating ice cream, unusual mental exertion. Amelioration. Argentum Nitricum feels better in open air. My dear friends, use homeopathy, give homeopathy and save homeopathy. Keep watching Homeopathy in 2 minutes for students. Thank you.